welcome back, everybody. Thanks for checking it out. This is Jake, and the Talon grips for the P10-F finally showed up. The gun is safety checked. It is unloaded. I was going back and forth last night with the different sizes. I went from small to medium, trying to get a gauge as to what feels best. I think I'm going to stick with the small. The medium isn't that much of a difference, really. And I was getting, for some weird issue, the polymer on these CZs, you see that gap there? With the medium, it was even more pronounced. And for some reason, it was making a clicking sound. Like it just was, maybe the production process, when they molded it, it was a little off or a little bowed. I don't know. I find the polymer quality of my Glock 19X to be more substantial than the CZ. It's not a deal breaker by any means, but just something I've noticed since I have both now. So I decided I'm just going to stick with the small. It feels good in the hand, and I wanted to be sure. I kept changing them up last night just to get a vibe. I'm going back and forth because it's kind of hard to gauge if you're not going to the range and shooting it, which is what I probably should do, is just leave the pin out. And but I'm going to stick with the small. It does feel good in the hand with the small. So that being said, we're going to pop these on. Okay, and we're back. Let's go ahead and open these up. Cobra Tech. After I have one of these, now I definitely have to get a Microtech in my life. I'm going to turn this light on just to get a little more illumination. There we go. I don't want to slice into this too badly. Let's see how sharp this thing is. Alright, so what do we got? We've got, ooh, a sticker. Stick to your guns. Talon. Alcohol swab, got a bunch of those. Instructions. And the grip. Now let's do a quick test fit on this. So, that'll wrap around. That'll wrap around there. This will wrap around. Do I have that right? I think so. No, it's not. Doesn't feel right. Let's flip that around. There, I think that makes more sense. There we go. All right, so this is the black rubberized version, by the way. Okay. And that will go that way. Cool. All right. All right, so I'm going to go wash my hands, get all the oils off if I have any. Give this a good proper degreasing and cleaning with the alcohol. And then we'll pop this bad boy on. finger last night. Of course, that burns. Okay. I haven't really shot this much yet, so it's not really dirty, but oils are oils. I'm curious to see how this thing adheres with this aggressive texture that's already on it. Okay, let that dry. I can live with that. A bit of a seam there, but oh well. Alright, so now step 2, heat it up. Cool. Okay, so I guess we'll do low heat on this. Well, that feels so much better. A little bit of a gap here, but that's cool. You can always fill it in with a little bit of extra something. Hell, even some. Yeah, so it's not on perfectly. I don't think it's a perfect cut, or I'm just a fucking moron, but all those things are probably true. Really give it a good. I tell you though, it's instantaneous change in the feel. I found that texture on this was a bit too aggressive. It was like digging in, you know? Maybe you get used to that. But let's see. Well, it's on there. Is it perfect? No. Is it blocking anything functionality-wise? No. Everything's as well lined up as it can be after multiple attempts. Oh, look at that. If I do that, well, it's still warm. What about this side? We'll be able to bring that closer. A little bit. Oh, cool. All right. You gotta finesse. Okay, finesse. Oh, there we go. Push it in. Okay. That's about as good as it's gonna get. A little bit of gap there, but I'm not worried about it. It's more about function over form. But you want it to look as decent as it can, right? You know. Yeah, it's a bit off, but more importantly, it feels 10 times better. I'm just comfortable now. Before it was like uncomfortable for some reason. You know, I'm used to the Glock maybe, I don't know. That aggressive. Now I do like the texture on the side for the gas pedal type logic. Am I bleeding again? Feels like a different gun. A better gun. A comfortable gun. And there's the finished product. It's not perfect. I cut myself last night. Ignore that. But it accomplishes the goal, which is to make it a more comfortable firearm to hold. I wish this wasn't gapped like that, but I get why they do what they have to do. I can always overlay a piece over these gaps in the future if I can find this material. Cool. That'll do it.